Good morning, everyone. My name is Diane Jones. I'm the caregiver education, or actually, I'm the digital and development specialist at CarePartners. We are here with a hot topic live segment today, and it's a very special one. We're going to be talking about one of CarePartners' programs that we're offering free online every single week. So we have one of our volunteers, Sharon Winslow, is going to, or has a conversation with one of our family caregivers, Diane, and they just talk about Diane's caregiving journey, how COVID has affected that, and how CarePartners Resources has been supporting her and helping her. So it's a really great one, and I'll be coming back on afterwards to answer any questions that you may have. And we would love for you to find more information about Common Ground on our website at www.carepartnerstexas.org, or you can give us a call at 713-682-5995, and we can give you some more information. You can always email us at info@carepartnerstexas.org as well. And so the title of today's presentation is Common Ground, the importance of a listening ear. And so we hope you really enjoy it. All right, I think with that, we'll go ahead and share the screen and get started.
I'm Sharon Winslow. I'm a retired United Methodist pastor, and I currently go to Klein United Methodist Church, and that's how I got started with CarePartners. And there is a gathering that takes place there, and that is for people who have memory loss and other challenges due to aging. And at the same time that a person would go to the gathering to take part, a person with some kind of a challenge, then the person that takes care of them would go to what I facilitate, and that is called Common Ground. And we share stories and talk about problems and help each other out, just listen for about an hour. We usually start off saying, is there a crisis situation or something we really need to talk about today? But we will try to let as many people as possible talk and share their concerns of being a caregiver. Diane Smith is an active member of that group, and I brought her, and so I would like her to introduce herself to you today.
Hi, I'm Diane Smith, and I take care of my husband, Richard Smith, who has been diagnosed 3 years ago with Alzheimer's.
And why do you come to Common Ground?
It's a really nice group that are out there willing to help people in need.
You were pretty new when the quarantine happened. Then you had to stop, but you kept coming on the Zoom Common Ground.
Right.
And I've enjoyed getting to know you better on that. Why did you originally start coming? Because Rick is not very advanced as far as his Alzheimer's.
We started coming because I could already see that he did not have enough to do. And so I felt like, if there were some activities and social, the more social he could be, the better it is for him. So when my neighbor across the street said, hey, do you realize that there's a common ground and a gathering group, we decided to try it out, and we really enjoyed it.
And why did you keep coming?
Because I really like having to talk to other people that are going through the same situations that I'm going through, and I feel like we can learn from each other and help each other experience what's going on, and something that I might not know, they would know, just help each other.
How many years ago did this start?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago. And was he retired at that time? Was he already retired?
Yes, he's been retired for 14 years already.
Oh, okay.
But I started to notice when he was talking and and repeating himself. And so then we decided that we needed to go and have him evaluated, and through testing, they found out.
Common Ground is helpful to people like you who take care of a partner. You mentioned that you got good ideas from other people.
It's helpful for just peace of mind. I mean, it's, some people like to express themselves and they feel better when they talk to other people. And I'm that type of a person. I feel better when I can get off my chest what's going on rather than just keeping it all inside.
We know that everyone handles it differently because there's just personality and a lot of other things get in it, mixed in there, and you just can't have a 1, 2, 3, this is what you do type book.
Hey, this can happen to anybody, and the more you talk to each other, the more helpful it is to understand what's going on.
Well, and I've heard y'all exchange names of doctors, and I've heard you exchange what you can get as far as Medicare and Medicaid and different
Medicine,
health facilities, what you can get if you know where to go, which I think a lot of times people don't know that they get that information at Common Ground to be able to help them know where to go and what to do. But Diane, the other day, you said to somebody, she said, I just sometimes think he's forgetting me and his life before he had to go into a facility. And you said, why don't you make him a book in sequence, in order of dates, so that he can see the book and maybe it will bring back memories, if it progresses like it did in real life. And I thought that was a very helpful suggestion. So you don't even know that you can be helpful to other people. You are very helpful. Can you share or help you and me remember other caregivers and what they have talked about at the Common Ground groups? For instance, one takes care of a mother, and she's now dealing with the fact that her mother has really progressed during the quarantine, and she is going to have to put her in hospice probably. So she was dealing with, when do I do that and how do I do that? And we talked through that with her in the group. And I think just talking about it was real helpful to her.
right?
Because she had to think it through. Can you think of somebody like that you can remember their story? Like the one with the brother that she's dealing with right now.
Yeah. She comes, she likes to talk to us and she tells us what's going on with him. And now she feels that she needs to put him into, well, he wanted to go into a facility.
Yeah.
And so they're going to try it again because she has other things going on in her life. Her daughter is going to be having a baby and she wants to be able to help there. Plus she needs to and wants to help her brother. So yeah, all different situations.
Yeah. But what I saw was it was really helpful to her just to have a place to talk about it and
Right.
get all of our opinions. And even though we've never been through it, we don't know. But yet we were thinking through it with her so that she could do, plan some options ahead of time and not just have it all dumped on her at the same time.
Sure.
There was one lady that came one time, do you remember? And she was just getting started. She had just found out her mother was diagnosed.
That's right.
And she was just a mess because she was so, she just couldn't believe it.
She
was
didn't
still in
know
that
who
stage.
to talk
Right.
to.
She, totally overwhelmed. And everybody that had been through it a little could tell her something about what it was like and how you had to make decisions and how you made decisions and where to go for those, to get help with those decisions.
I think by the time she ended with that visit, she had a lot of good information, and
Yes.
she did have, places or, phone calls to make. And
Yeah. Yeah. She had done some good research.
yeah.
Yeah. How has COVID affected you being a caregiver? What impact has it had?
Well, I mean, it really limits what we can do. It was nice to be able to go out for lunch or to go out for dinner. And now, we're pretty much stuck at home. And so it really, really changed the fun things that we got to do, was taken away from us. And so it's made a big difference.
I don't know where that sound's coming from. Do you hear the sound?
It's coming from my phone. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. How has COVID affected Rick? How do you think he feels about it?
I don't know. I haven't really heard him say anything to me necessarily, but I feel, that he's just sitting there, and he'd really like to have more to do, and we can't do things. And I can tell because there's days when I need to run a little errand, and at first he would say to me, "Oh, do you want me to go with you, or do you need me to go with you?" And now I can just say, "Do you want to come along?" And then I can tell exactly what his mood is for that day, if he really needs to get out, because he's not driving anymore. So his only out is through me or walking. And so, I'll say, "Do you want to go out today?" And he'll say, "Okay, let's go," So
And that's what we have found on the care partners that have Alzheimer's, that their lack of stimulation during the quarantine has really impacted them. Some of them that were in pretty good physical shape have started going down.
Yeah.
And at least Rick hasn't run into that. I mean, he's still in good shape and everything. But it's like they aren't stimulated. They used to go to these gatherings and everybody would come up and hug them and kiss them and say how wonderful they were. And now they don't have anybody, acting like that toward them at a gathering. And that's sometimes very hard for the care partners to understand that they can't do those things.
I think everybody needs support and help when they're going through a troubled time. And it just lifts up your day, by going and seeing other people that, somebody that you can talk to, rather than just being at home worried about what's going on, what's going to happen. It's so nice to have a support group to help you.
Well, and the other thing I notice is that since I'm not a caregiver, I really can't totally understand what these people go through, what a caregiver goes through. You cannot understand until you are a caregiver.
Right.
And all these people that come to the common ground are caregivers. So they know exactly what somebody, and when we talk about diapers and, depends and medicine and all kinds of things that other people would not know about or care about,
Yeah.
And it's all okay. It's all okay to discuss those kinds of things. And I just think there's a camaraderie among caregivers that it's a good place for them to find each other and to be able to share.
With the virus, we're stuck in the house. And if we were stuck in the house and we couldn't talk to anybody, it would be very depressing. So by, having this Zoom group, I mean, we're keeping in touch with each other. And so it's very helpful, since we can't be out and about. It's very helpful for you just to, go to your computer and be able to get the help and support that is really there for you. And so, I think it's great. I just would like to encourage, people to try common grounds, and I'm sure they would really get something out of it if they did try it. And the more people that find out about it, the better we all are, because then we have that much, more support or information that's being given out to each other, and you don't have to do it alone. You always have somebody there.
People are hurting. Caregivers at home are feeling lonely and sad and maybe depressed. And I just wish they knew that there was a group like this out there that could be of help to them, and that all they have to do is click and they're there. It's just nice. It's just nice to have people that you can count on. And because you don't go around talking to everybody about what's going on in your personal life. But with the people at this group, you can, because we're all kind of like dealing with the same situations. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Diane. I appreciate your help. You're good to talk to you, and been fun getting to know you during the Common Ground sessions, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Thanks for all you do for Rick and for our group. Well, I really appreciate the group. I think all the people that run it, you do a wonderful job, and I just would like the word to get out for more people to join in, because it is really a special thing that you do for a lot of people. Thank you. Thanks so much.
All right. So that's just a little bit about one of our volunteers and one of our family caregivers that we serve. So if you have any questions about Common Ground, we'd love to hear from you. You can find information on our website, www.carepartnerstexas.org. You can always give us a call at 713-682-5995, and we'll try and give you some information there as well. Again, just Common Ground is our family caregiver support group. We have it twice a week right now on Zoom, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and every Thursday at 2 p.m. So it's coming up this afternoon. And as I said, you can visit our website, or if you get our weekly emails, you can find some information in there about how to join the call. But we would love for you all to participate, and just know that there is support out there for you, and we want to be that helping hand and that listening ear. So with that, we would love for you to email us with all of your questions, visit our website, and give us a call. Have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching.